A whole new endeavor is beginning that will unlock all the secrets to video games and reveal the true nature of our world. That's right, a new YouTube channel. This is Video Game Expertise, and I'm the video game expert. With the Video Game Awards, a perfect opportunity to point out the flaws and insanity within this system. And we will analyze all of these in detail in the coming weeks. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we're just going to go down the Video Game Awards, talk about all the winners, and find out what what they're saying. So, Game of the Year, Elden Ring. Okay. So this is from Bandai Namco. I take it from the screenshot, this is a Lord of the Rings game. I feel like with Lord of the Rings, you really want to be playing Gollum because, we've done the adventuring with the heroes and everything. People want to play Gollum. They want to covet that ring. They want to, role play kind of being in a corner, rubbing the ring, doing that sort of thing. I think that's really where Lord of the Rings games are going. I've not played this game. I don't know anything about it, but I think that if it's going in that direction, certainly that could be a positive thing, I suppose. We'll move on to the next game. Best Game Direction, also Elden Ring. Okay, that's not very helpful. We can look at some of the other games here maybe. God of War. This is just a sports game. Not really interested in those. Horizon, Immortality. I don't know anything about those. Stray. I think they messed up because it's made by Purina. It's a stray cat. There's a picture of a cat here, so I think somebody got confused and their system's a little messed up. Best Narrative. Okay, Elden Ring was nominated again, but didn't win. God of War. How is there a narrative in a sports game? This doesn't make any sense. So, okay. Whatever. It's by Sony. Best Art Direction. Okay, The Lord of the Rings again. I don't get it. And then this cat is still here. This cat. Purina cat. I don't understand. Why are the same games in every category? This doesn't make any sense. Best Score and Music. The same games. What are you doing? You just keep putting the Best Audio Design. Isn't that the same thing? We got Call of Duty, a sports game. I mean, is that going to have the best music? Well, there's Gran Torino 7. I mean, they can have some... racing games can have some good music, I guess. But yeah, it's the same games winning all these. Best Performance. These are real people. What is going on here? I don't understand what's going on. These are video games. They're not real. Why are you... This is the problem. The impact of cultural nonsense from, movies and TV, streaming stuff. This has nothing to do with video games. I don't understand why this is in here. Games for Impact Award. As Dusk Falls. Memoir. Citizens. I don't know any of these games. And Interior Night. Oh, Xbox. Okay, so, hey guys, you might not know this, but Xbox hasn't been making any video games. We'll go over to the end of this, but there hasn't been a single Xbox game since the 360. They've all been computer games. Computers. That's not video games. I'm sorry, but spreadsheets and PowerPoint is not video games. So I'm sorry, Microsoft. We'll talk all about this, how you secretly tried to play, put your computer in a video game console box and put it off as if it was a console, but no. And of course, then they made the 360, which was a video game console, but we'll get into all that. That's something that we're going to cover on the channel in detail. Best ongoing for a game experience over time. What? Okay, there's Final Fantasy XIV. Wow, they keep pumping those things out. I don't know. Fortnite. I've heard of this. I don't know anything about it. What they should be doing is have a category for, games that should have been recognized and haven't been recognized yet. And number one on that list, Gorf for 2600. I don't, looking at all these categories, they got all these games I don't know anything about. Where's Gorf? Where is Gorf? I don't get it. Best indie. Well, they gave it to the cat. This doesn't make any sense. Purina, by Purina, it's a cat. And then what is this one? Shut the F up. I don't even know what this is. Their site is a mess. So, I'm sorry. Best mobile game. Okay. Mobile games are not video games. Okay, video games come out on a console or handheld. We'll talk about this on this channel. They're not computer games, and they are not phones. That has nothing to do with video games. This is just ridiculous. Best community support. What? Are you giving awards for, helplines? The calling into the Nintendo hotline to get tips? Innovation and accessibility. It's a sports game. I mean, go play the actual sports. We've got enough sports games. We've duplicated that experience. Best VR AR. Augmented reality. This holodeck stuff is not video games, okay? This is holodeck. This is Star Trek. This is nothing to do with video games. Okay, best action game. Finally, Bayonetta 3, Nintendo. Boom. This makes sense. This I understand. Okay, this is how all these should have been. Call of Duty, again, I don't know why sports games. Ninja Turtles, there were some of the other ones in the list. That's cool. So we're getting back on track. Best action adventure. Okay, you can't give God of War sports games. And there's the cat again as a runner-up. No. Okay, that's not video games. Best role-playing game. Okay. Again, gave it to Elden Ring. I understand that's role-playing. It's Bandai Namco. That's real video games. But why are you giving it to all them? Let's look at some of the other games in this list. Live. Okay, that's Nintendo. Okay. Pokemon. I mean, we'll get into this, but there hasn't been a good Pokemon game since Gen 1, but, whatever. Exoblade, Xenoblade Chronicles. This is Nintendo. I don't know anything about this, but Nintendo, don't mess with Nintendo. Best fighting. Multiverses. WB Games. I've heard of WB. Shut the F up again. What is this doing in here? Okay. Best family. Best game for the family. Kirby from Nintendo. Well, the big boys are back. Finally. I can go with this. Okay. You got some other games. Nintendo. They got Splatoon 3. Nintendo's World War, 3 shooting game. I mean, they got some known properties in here for this one. So this one's good. Best Sim Strategy. Mario and Rabbids. Okay, I don't know anything about this, but Mario makes a good game. I'll give it to him. Best Sports Racing. Okay, so Gran Torino 7 wins. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know that you need to award these. It's all the same game. FIFA 23, so, I mean, more basketball. Let's go to the next one. Best multiplayer, massive multiplayer. So this is online stuff. I'm glad Splatoon 3 won again, but video games don't go on the internet. That's the information superhighway. That's for Flash and stuff and web pages. That's not video games. Content creator. These are real people. What is going on here? Best indie debut. The cat won again. What is going on? You don't get Cat Chow. I mean, best adaptation, work that adapts a video game to another medium. That should be a penalty. Like, what are you doing? Make video games. You don't need movies. That's not video games. Most anticipated game. Okay? The winner here was Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This game hasn't come out yet. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, Nintendo should be winning, but I don't get it. Best esports game. We already did sports games. What are you doing? Best esport. No, we already did sports. Best sports teams coach. Why are you awarding these to virtual people? And an event? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that kind of wraps up all the game awards. This went a little longer than I thought because this has just been a big mess, but you can see that we've got a lot to get into. So in addition to critiquing some of the crazy things that they don't, are saying are video games, but they're not, we'll be talking about some of the history of video games, the disappearances of programmers from Nintendo, after Miyamoto was, he's got a temper. We'll be talking about, we won't shy away from calling out other channels. Cat and Krata, we'll call out them. Here's a preview. They work for Nintendo. They're lying to you. It's not real. They said they left Nintendo, and they do. You can look behind them. They have a bunch of Nintendo merch. That means they work for Nintendo. I mean, it's that simple. There's a channel that, let's just put it this way, not being run by a human being. We'll dig into that soon. So many things to be discussed. We're going to break it all down. We're going to find out what's going on in the video game world. And I welcome you to the experience, friend. Let's do it. Next time on Video Game Expertise, Microsoft's false consoles. Stay tuned.